Phone?
Um, I did because my phone was stolen.
Coach Floyd.
Take your shoes off at the door, yeah, we getting real. Talking all the things they say you shouldn't feel. From locker room, choose to capitalize. That you sleep into the questions, school's disguise. Shoes off, lean in, take a breath, take a seat. Where the truth walks free and the law minds meet. No filters, no fun, just the heart of the talk. Welcome to the space where the brave ones walk. Religion and redemption, business and the hustle. Life hits hard, we unpack the struggle. Mental health, money, trauma, and dreams. Peeling back layers to the silent screams.
Welcome to another episode of Shoes Off Talk. We almost had the full band back together today. We had Christy in the building. Larvell was supposed to come. Something came up, so he couldn't be in. So we're going to keep him in his prayers and hope that it was nothing serious. Would have loved to be able to have him on the show today. If you hear any panting in the background, that is Mr. Joey, my Frenchie, laying on the floor. We just got in, so he acts like he's dying. But, hey, we always say you never know what you're going to hear on Shoes Off Talk or what might happen. But yeah, he's in the building. And then we are honored to have Mr. Butchbeard in the building today. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. As a matter of fact, been in Arizona for 24 hours. No, 48 hours. 48 hours. I'm back.
Mr. Beard is back for a lot of our viewers that remember our shows that we did. I think we did a couple shows. Yes, with Mr. Beard. Give the new listeners and the ones that didn't tune in when we had the show with you on it, give them some of your background and who you are.
Well, we did the first show on my career. I spent 9 years playing professional basketball, 15 years as a coach professionally in college, and I've done a number of different things since then. I've done everything, Tim.
Who'd you play for?
I finished my career with the New York Knicks. I won a championship with the Golden State Warriors. The first championship.
I was going to say
okay?
we gotta make sure we set the mark for that. That was Golden State's first championship. Yeah. So for you to think that the championship started with Steph Curry, no sir, no sir. Mr. Beard has the first championship with Golden State. So
along with Rick Barry. Rick Barry carried us to the championship.
Yeah, just Rick Barry.
We'll roll with that.
We'll give him a little credit.
Okay.
We'll give him a little. He was on the team.
One would say so.
Yeah, one would say so. So we're honored to have him in, and we've had him, like I said, we've had him on a couple of different shows talking about his career, life, legacy, and all of the above. He and his beautiful wife just came back, but they're permanently back now. So
yes.
We're blessed to have them grace the city with their presence and everything that they're going to bring to the table with stuff that we're going to partner with them to do. And also Unknown Union is partnering with them on some things. His wife has a very varied background.
Yes, she does.
In media, fashion,
and
cosmetics, all of the above. So I'm definitely going to be pushing her out, and a lot of you I will be reaching out to share information with her, possibly collab with her, and just we really want to get her rolling and get her ingrained in the city, in the things that she's passionate about and things that she loves to do. So I'm excited about that next step. They're excited to be here.
Yes, we are.
Came out when it was hell outside, but hey, we got 3.5 solid months of that. But our other 8.5 months, oh yeah, it's heaven on earth. Is it not, Christy?
Oh, It is. It is.
Christy can attest. Christy, I see you liking the new couches.
I do.
You getting
I'm
all
comfortable. Hey.
snuggled in and
I always say it's shoes off talk. We need to take off our shoes.
hey,
That's right.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, we like when Christy have her
Gotta
shoes
take off
on.
the shoes. I do like the couch. This is very nice. I love the new studio. It's gorgeous.
This is our studio. So
And I see we got like a memo that we're all wearing green today with the Floyd's over wearing green.
okay, so Christy,
I don't know how
Christy
this
doesn't
always
ever make a
happens.
statement, and there's always something to everything she says. So Christy, tell us what green is.
It is the color of the Anahata chakra,
I
which is
told
the
y'all.
heart chakra.
I told y'all, Christy don't say nothing if it ain't got something tied to it.
But did you guys know that? That's what I'm wondering. I knew that, but did you guys know that?
I didn't
You
know
want the
that.
honest truth?
Yes.
No. That's why we asked you. That's why we asked. But Christy,
Yes.
welcome back. You
Thank
were on
you.
a little, almost like a world tour,
Was that?
moving around. Weren't you on Ice-T's tour? And
I
and
went to a
was-
couple of his shows. We
couple
didn't,
of his
we
shows.
didn't do the European tour this year, but that was last year. But I did go to some of his shows in Long Beach
And you had some stuff going on yourself. Tell us about that.
what have I
The
had?
short version.
Well, there's
Didn't you
so-
do
there's so
some
much.
yoga retreats? Didn't you do something with
I
Addie
did.
as well?
I did. I did a yoga retreat. No, I did not with
Okay.
Addie. That was something else. But I did. It was actually not a yoga retreat that I set up. It's someone invited me for their business retreat, and I went and
okay.
taught yoga and sound healing and did Reiki sessions, and it was amazing. It was in the Hamptons in New York, and it was gorgeous. So
Oh yeah, got a
yeah.
little glow to you.
yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
Out in the Hamptons, huh?
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it was gorgeous.
Mr. Floyd, how's your week going, sir?
Busy, work.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, work.
I told y'all when he's off, the answer differs than when he's at work. It's short, sweet, to the point, and it's usually with a little raspiness in his voice. When he off though, he real relaxed. Oh, hey, today was a great day. Woo, can't wait to finish it out. My day off. That's what it sounds like with Floyd.
and now kids are back in school, so Floyd is also dealing with the
Yes.
adjustment of school, as I am.
Yes, exactly.
I know all about that.
I do not miss those days. I know you probably don't remember them just like I don't.
No, mine are too old now.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine-
I got
mine-
grandkids that,
See, that's
Yeah.
that's it.
Yes.
That's it with me as well. I got grandkids,
Yes.
and that's about it.
I'm also in that phase as well. I have
Oh, that's
a granddaughter,
right.
but she lives with me, so I get to experience the school all over again,
Yes,
along with my children.
yes. It's a beautiful thing, and as we laugh and we joke about it, it's one of those times and spaces that go by so quick, and it seems like we're sitting here talking about taking them to school. Time they're out of school, when they go back to school, and it seems like the very next question is like taking them off to college or getting them their own place, or then it seems like a couple years after that you talk about you got grandkids on the way. It's like dog years when it's stuff. So I tell parents, I was like, look, it's hard to be in the moment with these moments because it's so hectic, but cherish these moments, and if you can capture them because they're fleeting. Time goes
Absolutely.
by so fast, and the
Yes.
next thing you're wondering is like, okay, where did the time go?
Exactly.
I'm not saying I want to go back, but you wonder where it went.
You enjoy every moment of it, though.
Yes, yes.
Every moment.
Today's topic is a topic that Floyd chose, and it was very interesting, to say the least. And as you say it, it makes you go, Floyd, what was your topic?
Love.
Love.
Do you fall into it or do you grow into it?
That's an interesting question. Love. Do you fall into it or do you grow into it? We'll start with Mr. Beard. Beard, what say you on this topic of do you fall in love or do you grow into it, or is it both?
You know, Tim, I think it's a combination of both. I think when you first see someone, you're falling into love. Then you have to get to know that person a little bit before you are in love. And man, that's a long time ago when I think about, my age and in college.
Oh, wow.
Really, it was in college. I'm my sophomore year. I think I probably got to that stage of falling in love with someone. Although I was in love with basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really was. As a matter of fact, the young lady probably thought I was nutty because, I used to say, I have to do this and this and this, go play, go work out. You don't want to be around me?
Yeah.
But that's...
I know the feeling oh so well.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic, though.
Yeah, that is. Christy, what say you? I know you got an interesting perspective on this topic.
Oh, I don't
Christy
wanna,
gonna go deep with it, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go deep.
Christy can't
I'm
ever
gonna go
get
deep.
like no regular answers. Christy has like a spirituality, metamorphic, all kind of like there's a meaning behind Christy's answers, and I love them. Go ahead.
Well, I think we need to break it down first of all when we
See?
think
Told y'all.
we need to break it down when we talk about love. Do you fall into it or grow into it? Break it down first. Hi, Joey. Break it down first. Falling is that intoxicated feeling that sweeps over you. Or is it something that you grow over time with communication, trust, understanding? So if you break those up, neuroscience says that falling in love is a rush of dopamine, oxytocin, and what's the other one I'm thinking of? Dopamine, oxytocin, and adrenaline. So you have those rush of emotions that come over you. Now, those are fleeting. Those are fleeting emotions. So if you don't, I feel that a lot of people can mistake falling in love with actually, are you compatible? Do you have the compatibility to stay in love? It's easy. We can fall in love with, like you said, basketball or anything, anyone.
That
But it's a
brings an
choice.
interesting point.
But it's a choice to stay in love every day. And it's communication, it's trust, it's having that stability with your partner where you feel stable with them, that you make those choices to stay. We're gonna choose love today because we're not always gonna have the rush of dopamine. So are you falling or are you gonna grow that garden? Is it gonna sweep over you like you're on this surfboard in the ocean and then the wave comes and crashes over you and then it's done like that? Or are you gonna grow the garden where there's all the different seasons? You have winter, you have summer, you have spring, you have fall, you have all those seasons. But with that, I feel comes a deeper love. Can you have both? Absolutely. Do I feel there's relationships out there that do not have that first, that did not fall? They strictly were strategic and they made their little notes and they found that person that met what they were looking for? Absolutely. Do I also feel there are people that fall in love and have made that work? Absolutely. I think it's different depending on the person and their view on love and what they're looking for, what they want in life. And I'm going to take it a little step further because once I've analyzed my way of loving, I feel that love is a frequency. It's a frequency. So we can love everything. This moment right here in this room, talking to these amazing people outside, the sun sets, the sun rises, having a cup of coffee with your with your people or a cup of tea. These moments you can fall in love with. And once you walk around with that frequency of love, everyone becomes love to you. It's not stuck in a person or an experience. Like, I love that person. No, I love all of you. I am love. I'm not seeking love because I am love. Mm-hmm. So that's another perspective. But when you're talking about one person, I feel that both would be the best. But what I want to know is, what's a story or an experience you have, Floyd, Tim, that you've fallen in love, and how did that end up?
That laugh, you got to go first. You got to go.
Married to the woman
You
you
know,
fell for, right?
I was going to say there are different types of love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always say
Okay.
that too.
As you explain love, it was very complicated for me to say, wow, that's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Is it physical love that draws you to an individual? Or is it mental love, just wanting to be around, that person?
Yeah.
So,
That frequency.
that frequency. So, to me, it all goes together in order for it to work. If you were around my wife and I, you would think that we were crazy. But
No.
yeah.
No.
Because, yeah.
Why do you say
Because
that?
no, because at our age we're still like little kids at time. People say, "Hey, what is wrong with them? They're too old to be like that." But this is who attracted me to her personality. So therefore, it was so easy, to love her and to want to be around her. And so love. Wow, that's deep.
You guys keep each other young.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
I really do. I would like to think that we do. Okay. Yeah. We just lately gotten to the point where, as she, being a former athlete, I'm fairly active for an old guy. And now I've gotten her now starting to go to the gym with me. At the same time, I don't try to force her into doing certain things,
Yeah.
Just today she says, "You know what? This wasn't so bad. I kind of like doing this." Because she was never an athlete. But, in her line of business, she was an athlete. Trust me. I'm telling you. She's tough. I wouldn't, as I told her time and time again, when I used to, be sitting next to her and she'd be on the phone talking, about her job and getting things done. I said, I could never work for you. I would beat you up. I would beat you up. But that's what's made her successful. And I love that part of her because I'm pretty laid back. So she makes me become semi-aggressive. And so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I really love about you and your wife's relationship, and it doesn't take people long to figure that out once they meet you and get to know you guys, is you guys never lost your identity in your relationship. You accept her for who she is. She didn't have to change her personality and who she was to fit what you thought she should be, and you never wanted to change her. You allowed her to be who she is, and like you said, that enhanced who you were. And brought out qualities about you. And I think the reason why I say that, I think that's the problem in a lot of relationships, is we try to put our expectations that we have for ourselves on other people, which is not fair, because then you don't allow them to be who they are. And we have this innate idea that we need to get people to fit the mold of what we want them to be, instead of allowing them to be who they are. And so it just, like, being around you guys are like best friends. Like you are, Butch is so laid back, and then here comes his firecracker of a wife coming in, and he's like, oh, whatever. Well, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah. What do you want to do? Well, let's. I had this plan. Okay. All right. Just let me know when you're ready.
It works for me.
Yeah.
That's the way. Yeah. It works for me.
on your toes.
I'm fairly easy in that sense, and so therefore, I think that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. That's not the coaching side of me. Mm-hmm. The coaching side of me is 180 degrees different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm easy until the coaching side hits, and then she'll be the first to tell you, oh, where did that come from? Because I can be one tough individual.
Uh-huh. And the grace of it all is that you know when to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah.
You know when to turn it off. Do me a favor, Christy. Repeat your question to Floyd. Floyd, I want you to have the floor to answer this. What was your question?
When was a time you fell in love, and what was the outcome?
I'm interested in hearing this one.
The time I felt in love. What was the outcome?
Look at that eye.
Well, that's
And the stuttering.
I'm still trying to think about that one. I'm still trying to.
Floyd,
think
you want me to answer it and then come back
Let's
to
have
you?
Let's have Tim go first.
So I really think of this the same way Butch does. Like, you would need to be more specific with me because there's a lot of things that I fell in love with.
The first time.
The first time. It's a first for everything.
Right?
That's why it should stick out in your head.
So I should think of one specifically that sticks out in my head.
Right. If we're talking in matters of relationships
Yes.
for the show, let's go there.
Okay.
First time you fell in love with a person, because I definitely believe you can fall in love with your business, whatever that is.
So it was Floyd, I see what you're saying. It had to be my most recent relationship. Even though it didn't end the way it started, I can be honest and say that I fell in love with what my version of falling in love is. Now that it's over, because a lot of people want to kind of pull back and say, oh, that wasn't love and this and that and this and that. It's love. Like Mr. Beer said, that there's different levels of love. Mm-hmm. And that's what you have to be aware of. Is like there's levels of love, and it's important that you know that. Because one, mentally, it just gives you that idea that I got something else to work for, instead of having that idea in your head that, okay, I made it. This is it. No, it's not it. You're at level one. There's 10 more levels to it. And I want to add to that as well. Not only is there different levels of love, there's different types of love. Mm-hmm. Like I fell in love with someone and who she was, the connection we had. And then there was other things in my life that I fell in love with, but it wasn't the same kind of love. And so we also have to understand that love is not a one size fits all. Everybody loves differently. Everybody shows love differently. And that's another time where you have to be accepting of people and who they are, because the way that Butch shows love may not be the same way his wife showed love. That's like being in a relationship mm-hmm. and bringing things to the table. Not everybody is going to bring the same things to the table, and it's not going to be the same kind of love. Joey, look at him.
This is love.
Look at him.
This is love right here.
He is trying to.
Right, Joey?
Look, Joey.
This is love right here.
This is love.
Oh my goodness, Joey.
Wait a minute.
Joey.
Now. Here, come on, give me some love.
Oh my
He's giving you
God.
love.
Okay.
Joy, hey, come on. It's time to get down.
So
Yeah, you can put him down.
when you say that your way of love, would you say, because in my view, falling in love is instant love at first sight. You have this chemistry. Was that there? Because, like, for example, I'll say, like, when I think of my first time, it would be the guy that took my virginity. Here I'm saving myself for marriage, so I think, and I met this guy and fall over with my legs up in the air. It's like I couldn't help it. It's like the chemistry, the dopamine, all those serotonin, all the stuff that's rushing through your body. There is nothing I could do about that. Now, because I'm a logical person, I could also look at him and be like, this wouldn't last in the long run. Like, I never told him I was in love with him. I never said I love you because I have a logical thinker. But I would have never done the things I did or made the choices I made had I not been swept with love. Then again, with my son, my oldest son, his father, that was not love at first sight. It was not that rush of emotions. We were friends first. That we built on that. Because he was a friend, he gained my trust, my respect. That's how that happened. So I think about the differences. Both relationships ended. Neither one of them stuck. So I'm not saying one is better than the other. Obviously, neither one of them worked. But I do feel that you can fall, have that sweeping, almost, it's chemistry, really. Chemistry, when you meet someone and that comes over you. Also, soul recognition. Does that energy draw you to that person because your souls recognize each other? Joey's cracking me up. Do your souls recognize each other, and that's that instant gravitation connection? Because I've also had that with someone that I met in Amsterdam. I have no doubt we've lived multiple lives together. Mm-hmm. The conversations off the start, just seeing him from across the room was an instant. Oh no, this was 10. Oh, no. This is 15 years ago we met, but I can tell you we met and instantly, like, we knew each other. Our conversations were deeper than I've ever had with anyone, having conversations like, what is the meaning of life and who are we really? Like, you don't have just those kind of conversations with just anyone. Yeah. But also, the logical side of me can look at the big picture and be like, just because I know this about us does not mean that we are compatible with each other in this lifetime. Mm-hmm. So, do I feel there's something to that initial falling in love, the soul recognition? Absolutely. But does it also mean that you're compatible to be with each other? Absolutely not.
That brings an interesting question. Just because you fall in love with someone, does that make that person your person?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The most important thing is getting to know that person before you really do fall in love with them. Mm-hmm. It was interesting. Your take was that whoever that person was, he had to feel what you were feeling, okay? He had to know who you were. I think it's the other way around. I think that, when you start to get into a relationship, I really want to know what that person's all about. And there's nothing, you can be friends. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, that's how Lisa and I met. We were friends. Mm-hmm. She probably thought something was wrong with me, because she was like a big sister to me, okay? And then finally, it got to the point where, I felt comfortable. I think she felt comfortable. And that's the reason why now, after 35 years, it is what it is.
That's awesome. Well, see, and in my view, and this is such a great point, because our perspectives are so different. Everyone's perspective is so different. In my view, that would be growing into love. You guys grew. You knew there was an attraction. Yeah. What I'm talking about falling is like instant. You see someone and you have to have them. Like that instant connection of being swept off your feet, people that get married within 24 hours of knowing each other.
But is that love though? Like, is that love, or are you enamored, or you know?
Infatuated.
Well,
That could
there's
be
the emotions, the dopamine, the adrenaline, that's all rushing through your body, which they say neuroscience is what says love is. So those emotions are all rushing through your body when that happens.
It
So
could
yeah,
just
why
be you're
can't it
horny.
be love? No, I don't.
So
believe
Halle
that.
Berry never knew that I was loving her.
Yeah, well, see,
she
here's the
never knew
thing.
that.
Yeah,
I think-
that's the slippery slope with that. Is
I-
that when we talk about, I think it has everything to do with the person and where you are at that time.
But I think we can love many people and not them not be our person. Like I said, my first, I still love him. And we have these conversations now. And I've actually said I love you to him now that like years has passed, and he'll say the same thing because we can talk about it and be like, yeah, there was definitely that instant connection that we both felt, but we both knew we were not in a place in our life that we could give each other what we needed. But I can look at him, I can look at my exes, I can say that I love every single one of my exes, but they're not my person.
But you're saying though, like you meet somebody and there's that instant. I think we sometimes mix. I posted about this. We mix connection. We confuse connection with love a lot of times. It's like, yeah, I'm connected to you. There's something about you that there's a connectivity. There's something about you that your energy or whatever is attractive. I think when it's careful, we need to be careful in how we react to that, because we can't think that every connection is love, or every attraction is love, because when you one, it's, I think that it is strictly my opinion. I think that waters down love. Like you said, I've felt the connection with people that I don't know, but I can honestly say it wasn't love. It was either I was attracted to their energy, their vibe was really cool. It was something about them, but there's no way I would say it was love.
But if you say there's so many different kinds of love and different levels of love, then why wouldn't everything be love just at different levels?
Well, it's because I say, just like friendship, not everybody's your friend that you meet. I have a handful of friends. I know 1 million people, but I can't put everybody in the friendship level, because there's characteristics that come with that. Like, I don't just throw the word friend around, because not everybody's a friend. Not everybody looks at me as a friend. There's a level of love that biblically God says that you should have for everybody, but that's just, I feel that way even if I don't meet anybody. I cannot meet you and I love you, because one, I know that that's part of being a good human. I know that's what the Bible says, that love thy neighbor as thyself. You're supposed to love everybody as God loved you. And like, if we're talking on that level kind of love, but I don't think the characteristics have to be there. Those kind of characteristics that you're talking about has to be there for you to have that kind of love. I love everybody.
What kind of characteristics? What do
So
you mean?
when you said like there was that attraction there when I met him, that there was. So are you saying that that's a level of love?
Oh, we were talking specifically about falling in love. And when I think
Oh,
of
okay,
falling
okay.
in love, so I'm telling you the two
Oh,
different kinds.
okay.
Here's
I
a
see what you're saying.
situation I
I see what
had
you're saying.
of falling in
With
love, and
somebody
here's
that you-
growing
okay,
in love.
okay.
These are two different situations I
okay.
had
I
when
got
I
it. I
think
got it
about
now.
the differences.
I got it now.
So
yeah, okay.
that was it.
I was going a different direction, because I don't fall in love. Yeah, I'm like Mr. Beard over there. I've been intimate with some people that never knew I was intimate with.
I'm
I
telling
thought
you.
we was talking about that.
I'm telling you.
Hey, and Holly Berry was one of them. If I ever see her, I'm gonna tell her. We used to have some great times together, Holly. Holly Berry.
Hello.
If you met Halle Berry, you would be like, "Marry me today." That's the falling in
I
love.
don't know. Halle Berry has some issues. I mean, she been to Sedona a few times. Like she went there for them red rocks and that red clay. She got some stuff she working out. I don't know.
Sedona is one of my favorite places. What are you
but if
talking
you go
about?
work it out though, Sedona is the place to work it out.
That's right.
But yeah, I really think like it's so true what you said about, and I say this all the time, Floyd. Anytime we've had this conversation about love, I said there's levels and categories of love. I said not everybody fits in certain categories of love, but what we end up doing is we try to make a circle fit into a square hole when it comes to our love. And as long as we're putting people in their proper places in our life as it pertains to love, I think we'll be good. But we try to find comfort in people, and when we find comfort in people, which I always feel no matter what it is, comfort is the worst enemy to progress. Is because you just, instead of you really finding that person that is meant to be for you, you'll take that person that you love, that you're comfortable with, and try to make them fit other levels of love. And it can be a slippery slope. And especially as we get older, because we envision our lives looking a certain way. And when we don't meet those time frames in our lives, we want to move stuff around and trying to make everything fit. Because now in our head we're against the clock. We getting older and we're against the clock. So it's important, like Christy said and Mr. Beard said, that you understand your levels of love, who deserve what kind of love, and it is deep. It is deep, and the more understanding that you have of it, the better you'll be at it. It's like, but I've never played golf, but I hear it's likened until golf is like you will never master it. You'll have days where you'll be good at it. You'll have days where you'll suck at it. You'll have days where you'll question why you even out there. But it's like with anything in life, if it's what you want to do, it's a constant work. It's a constant work in progress.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, it's Floyd. Did you have anything else you wanted to add to this?
Well, I just want to know, like, are you team fall or team grow?
I'm with Mr. Beard. It's
Or
both.
both.
It's both.
Oh, I
it's
think
it's,
I
it's
like
both.
it.
I think it's both.
Even when you fall, you
Yeah.
can't just stay at that level of fall. You gotta. There's work that has to be done. There's and you have to grow.
I agree.
Like in other aspects of your life, there's definitely have to be growth.
And in most situations, it's not only just you; it's your partner.
Yeah.
See, you have to grow together,
Right.
and there's where the love comes in, because I'm telling you, we all don't, we don't love at the same level or time.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to show your partner that grace too.
Yes.
You definitely have to show them that grace. Well, today's topic was a very interesting topic. Joey is over here taking over the show.
He's trying to make out with me.
Sir.
Trying to make out with me, Joey.
But we really appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate Mr. Beard coming on the show. This was kind of like a spontaneous thing,
Yes,
and so we
was.
appreciate that. You guys stay tuned and look forward. We got some stuff going on with he and his wife. It's always a pleasure to have my co-host on here, Christy. She's always got something going on. So this is her first day in the new studio. So
Yes, it is.
I'm super excited about that. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. We ask that all viewers go subscribe, like, whatever it is, between Spotify and YouTube. Check us out at Shoes Off Talk on YouTube. And once again, how we end all shows: love, peace, and soul.
Take your shoes off at the door, yeah, we getting real. Talking all the things they say you shouldn't feel. From locker room truths to capitalize. That you keep it to the questions, schools disguise. Shoes off, lean in, take a breath, take a seat. Where the truth walks free and the raw minds meet. No filters, no front, just the heart of the talk. Welcome to the space where the brave ones walk. Religion and redemption, business and the hustle. Life hits hard, we unpack the struggle. Mental health, money, trauma, and dreams. Peeling back layers till the silence screams. Politics in the air, sports in the veins. Educated minds, talking love and pain. No cap, no script, just truth with spark. It's a shoes off talk, where we leave that mark. Shoes off, lean in, take a breath, take a seat.